did it this time. I did it right this time.
Hi, how's it going?
I was distracted. I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I'm
So-
back from a week-long vacation, and the immediate thing that happened was I have a bunch of things I had to do.
Mood.
Yes,
I have
that's how it
come.
tends to be.
I have come refreshed with a new loathing for my work, or however that meme goes.
And I got told that I'm too crippled to work at a pharmacy, so that's fun.
Are you shitting me? How can you be too?
No, literally, they tried to negotiate how much I really needed my wheelchair, and then went, "Yeah, we're gonna go with more able. We're gonna go with more able-bodied."
Oh.
That's
You know,
super illegal.
Yeah,
That's extremely illegal.
wildly illegal.
That sounds highly illegal to me. It's you. How long have you been working there?
I haven't.
Well,
Like,
no,
I
they
was
was
just an
applying. They
application.
were applying for the job.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
extremely
It's
illegal.
still-
You absolutely should report them.
It's still discrimination
that's-
against you for a medical condition.
I mean, like, they didn't say that they were like, "Oh yeah, we're going with someone who can actually walk," but it's like, first they negotiate how much I need my wheelchair, and the moment I say, "No, I need it, otherwise I can't exist,"
My
then
legs
like
don't
20
work.
minutes.
It's
20
kinda
minutes later, I get the email saying they're looking at other applicants and thank me for my time.
It is probably illegal for them to ask you that question.
It is actually, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
kind
it
of,
is?
I-
Okay, then.
I
the
presume
wheelchair is
yeah.
non-negotiable. It kind of comes with the package,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Anyways, hi.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Hi.
You're fine.
Hi.
I do wish you the best. You're a very good bean, but we can talk about that in a bit, I think,
Yeah.
because it is
Sorry,
time
For
that was-
now, frog people.
for frogs.
Let's go, frogs!
Everybody
Everyone gather
take a
round.
moment.
It's time for frog politics.
Wait for Jade to start speaking. Wait for Jade to start speaking so we can all get a chance to interrupt her.
Yeah.
No need to take turns. All right.
Hugs the frog.
It's just polite.
So this is the map of the world as it currently stands in rough. You have the town of Lonfell here. You are conscious of a town over here. You have gone through the northern woods and found various creatures and pathways, none of which were overwhelmingly preventative of you, of your progress, I guess to say. Shoot me down to this. There. And here you have met Imustiltaz. Imustiltaz. Who would like to describe Imustiltaz?
That's the name of the town.
Saltas is the dragon blacksmith that we met, who we recently discovered was suffering of magical dragon herpes.
Let's go. Magical dragon herpes. That's a word for it.
If you have
And
the
all-
option of describing something in the most funniest way possible, always go for that option.
Oh, always commit to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, they made the sword at knife point, or Lawnfall. I'm gonna keep calling it knife point. I'm sorry, Jade.
No, that's fine.
Knife Point Market.
Yeah, they
Knife Point
made
Market
this, they
is
made
in
the
Lonfell.
sword. Yeah, they made the sword at Knife Point Market. But I think they said they don't remember what the sword was made to contain.
They did not elaborate on it at the time.
So it's not they don't remember, so they won't tell us.
It's that they didn't go into it and they were not pressed, and because they were rather out of it, they had said enough words for the day and were done talking. Imustiltas is Imustiltas is a creature that suffers from depression.
And Mustiltas
In-
was a little bit eepy.
Yes.
They still look
Bleh.
eepy. I love the one that you chose for him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Further
Can't
north.
believe,
Huh? Go ahead.
can't believe you skipped over the best character, the random displacer beast that is now our friend.
Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't kill it.
No, it is Soba's friend, and give me a couple more levels, and I will make it Jade's problem.
I am looking forward to everything that is my problem. Just for the record, if you ever say that something is going to become my problem, I am into it.
Look, all I'm saying is, I get to tame an animal, and I can throw things. Fastball.
Oh no.
Fastball special on a displacer beast.
You're just a Pokemon master at this point.
At that point, yeah, just
Yeah.
get a bag of holding and a bunch and just a zoo inside of it that you can take care of, like it's freaking fantastic beasts and where to find them. Just pull them out and randomly throw. Oh no, we're in danger! A possum.
I kinda wish we were playing D&D just so I could get a bag of tricks.
So somewhat relevant on that, I have my Tuesday campaign. The druid has a bag of rat holding.
Yeah.
It's a bag of holding that only holds rats.
What is it, like a plain?
stasis inside the bag?
I was gonna say,
So-
is it like a Pokemon ball where they just have like
They-
endless cheese?
They figured out how many rats they had in the bag, because in an encounter they decided to turn the bag inside out for reinforcements.
Oh no! How many rats? How many rats were in the
About
bag?
1,200 rats.
Oh god!
That's a Rat King at that point.
Who would like to summarize last session? Because last session involved for even be further north.
We finished our negotiations with the goblins. Not that there was a lot of negotiating that needed doing at the time. Then we scaled the mountains with the help from some of the kobolds from Musteltaz's lair. And we put to use the glider that Cece prepared ahead of time, like several sessions in the past.
Yeah.
Wherein some Kenku decided to try and knock us out of the sky, which they immediately regretted as one of them was repeatedly parachuted in the face.
Yeah. Wow, that was an incredible encounter.
One of them just got flattened.
Yeah, one of them got sobered.
Sobo went skydiving without a parachute. The Kenku was brought along unwillingly.
Yep.
And
Kenku.
she not only hurt the flattened the Kenku, she also hurt the ground.
Yeah.
Suplexed from 700 meters in the air.
The earth took damage.
I bet there's some unhappy trees too.
Probably.
All right. So, and then we came to the Great Tree.
It turned out to be, well, it's pretty good. So, no complaints.
Yeah.
It is great.
It
It is
great.
pretty poggers.
So,
Bugger's tree.
everybody has, in between sessions, made a Grippli. We have, it's actually not, it's not pizza, it's Paza. We have Paza, who is... Paza, who is the leader of of culture and entertainment. We have Grippli, who is the minister of news and gossip. Wait, that's Banjo. We have Banjo, who is the environmentalist. We have Husa, who's in charge of foreign relations, though mostly specializing in with the humans and the settlement here. We have Yib, who is the minister of figuring out what the Kenku are up to.
Mm-hmm.
Recent hire, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And we also have Solista, who is the friend right now, who is the sitting friend. To which we will open up, and you all knew this was coming. I firmly believe that every one of you knew this was coming. We will open up with a council meeting of the Grippli Friendsealet. Solista presiding. And thank you all for joining us today. We are going to have this meeting. It's a rough time, but I suppose we should just go around the table. The room is one of the very few that is actually hewn into the great tree itself.
Oh.
It's a fairly deep room. It is not lit with any fire. No fire is allowed inside the tree. More for smoke reasons than for any fear of it catching. But, ventilation is at a premium. But there's some magic lights that are floating in the air. One of them is flickering a bit and probably needs to be replaced, but it's not a problem for right now. This meeting is an exciting one, as everybody has something to report. So, let's just go around the table. Yes, around the table, as we usually do. Yes. Paza, what do you have to report?
We put together a play for any newcomers. We didn't know who they were, so we just threw together a play. Yay!
Yes, very good. Very good. Excellent. I look forward to your plays as always. Sir. And Grickle, what news do you have for us?
Oh, he fumbles furiously through a bunch of little papers and leaves and other things like that. I had heard that recently Gudu ate a rock. Betty's got a new souffle. I know that's exciting. Well, I mean, this hasn't been really. I haven't really, met the humans yet, but I'm sure they're pretty nice. I've been hearing a lot about them having spices and strange exotic food dishes. There's a lot of talk coming from the north, though. Apparently, the Kenku are starting to claim part of that territory too. But I'm just that's just one person away from backing off. I've got this great idea. I could doodle up. That'll be really great. We've got these Kenku involved. These Kenku, and then I draw these little squiggles that come up with them. Now, visually, that's not something that they do. But what if I told you that's more of a thing where they make it look like they're stinky? You see, the joke is that they look like they smell something. It's a completely different thing than what your eyes do.
Oh, that's perfect. We can make that into a prop.
Oh, it's brilliant.
And who's just gonna clear her throat a little bit and speak very quietly. She's just like, "Don't you think that's a little mean? Maybe we should try and make friends with them again."
They're trying to stab us.
I mean, I'd be glad to have a one-on-one interview with them at some point or another, but every time that I tried talking to them, the only real thing they've had to say was peck. And by peck, I mean they tried to assault me. That wasn't very fun.
Oh.
Tell me more about the souffle.
Well, the souffle.
Yes, I'm sorry. I love her work.
As Rodolak goes, that's fantastic. That's fascinating. But I was hoping that we might be able to hear a little bit more about this Kenku thing. That seems like it'd be.
Hold on one second
the
with that
problems
thought,
you
though.
guys.
At this point, the party will be waiting outside.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the party. You will be invited. You, the player characters, will be in here. But first, there is a meeting of the Frenzilet that we're opening up with.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not used to this.
What? Jade do some weird experimental GM thing? Impossible. Unpossible.
Funnily enough, I've had something like this before, except we played like generals. So, for a battle.
Banjo, what news do you have?
The environment is still doing well, but the Kinkos don't tend their land properly. The Storm River is full of garbage since it was ceded to them. I know we need to take care of... We need to let them have kind of what they want, but could they at least caretake for the land that we give them?
Would they let us clean it?
I don't know.
Hmm.
The tree is healthy at least, though, and the newcomers seem nice. The herbs and spices they brought have been popular. They can grow
very
well
good.
here, too. But
Oh, that's good to hear.
It should be watched over that they don't grow too well and choke out the things that grow here naturally.
Okay, we can manage that. That's shouldn't be too hard. Oh,
The trees, though, the newcomers are chopping a lot of trees down, but once they have enough, I'm sure that won't be a problem anymore.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, it's a new town. They have to build a new town. Yeah, absolutely. I understand that. Husa, do you think that... Oh, sorry, yes.
And I spoke with Ranger Gudu about a moon ago. They brought a strange metal flower. It was a good joke, but Gudu didn't laugh. I thought it worth mentioning.
Huh. I think some of the humans do that for romance. No? I don't know. That wouldn't make sense with Gudu. Oh, well. I'm sure it's fine. Husa, do you think that the Kenku would let us go in and clean the river for them? I mean, it can be their land, but we could still take care of it, right?
I mean,
No.
go ahead.
He was asking Husa.
Yeah,
Husa.
sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Husa just kind of like looks down and like she pulls her robe around her and she's just kind of like, the last time I went to go ask, one of them tried to hit me and he died. So yeah, I mean, so like just like for everyone else, like beneath like all of her robe, like she's wearing like these like really thick robes that cover everything, but you just kind of see her face under, and it is like bright orange and black. She is a poison dart frog.
Yeah, I thought you were. Well, you should have known better. Your colors indicate that you should not be touched. No.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they're colorblind. Maybe I should paint the colors onto my robe. I don't know.
Like, they don't really die, so I think it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if they don't take offense, maybe we could ask some of the newcomers to ask in our stead. I mean, I went down there to speak with them, and some of them are really hardy. One of the little ones with the beards, one of them like actually like pat me on the shoulder and he was fine. So that's
Really?
honestly a new that yeah, I don't know what that's about. Like he said he was
Oh,
a dwarf, something
Dwarf?
like that. I don't know.
Dwarf.
It's hard. It's hard. They do this weird thing with their mouth when they talk, and I can't quite do it.
Wolf.
If no, I can't do it. Can't do it.
I had to double check to make sure that dwarves have poison resistance in this setting.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because we're using Pathfinder. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how I DM. If it was necessary for the story for dwarves to have poison resistance, they would have it. That's how it might roll, you know.
That's
Yeah, like you can just put it into you can wish it into existence by saying it.
Yeah, cooperative world building. Cooperative world building is
Let's go.
saying it. I adore.
Dwarves have poison resistance because they're all alcoholics.
That makes too much sense to me.
Yib. What news do you have?
Well, I have exciting news. We have my agents have gone out into the field and they have spoken to the Kanker and we have information.
Oh, okay. Information. Yes.
We found Kanker on a farm and we asked them what they were doing and they said they were farming.
Oh, well, that's good. Maybe they won't steal as much as our food anymore. That's a good thing, right?
Possibly, I did not ask them that.
Oh, okay.
We found other Kanku in a different area, and they informed us what they were doing was none of your business. I'm quoting here.
Oh.
Oh.
So, bit of a snag, but we are getting closer.
Very good. Good work.
Thank you.
Well, I have a surprise, I suppose. Do you remember how we requested some adventurers from the humans?
Yes.
Yay! Yeah,
Well?
I sent them one of our singing messengers too.
Oh, good. Those always work. Those always work fantastically. I mean, how can you deny a singing messenger? It's just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
He
Well-
also did a dance.
Well, it worked because they showed up. They're actually here now.
What?
Yes. Let us open up the door and let them in, shall we?
All right.
And the party can now enter this room. Incidentally, you will be playing two characters for this scene.
Oh god, oh fuck.
Of course, this will not lead to any confusion whatsoever.
It's a good thing that we all chose to do voices.
Oh yeah, very distinct ones across the board too.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I can go from this to this. Well, relatively easily. This is totally not gonna backfire.
It's gonna be interesting, and that's the most important thing it can be.
Uh-huh.
Welcome. Welcome.
Oh, you're a big one.
Cheers! There's a surprise play, but I spoiled it now. Afterwards.
Have you seen?
So look, she's like, yes, I am very big, but you are also very small. It works out in the end.
I'm actually quite tall.
Yeah, he's the second biggest guy in town.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Soba
a mighty 160 centimeters.
Okay, what is that in units that have been to the moon?
How dare.
160 centimeters.
Yeah.
That's like 2 feet, I think. 2.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
No, that's
No.
5'2".
60
no.
centimeters is 2
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
All I know is 1 meter is around 3 feet.
It's
That
3 and a
is-
third, approximately.
That is 5'4". Looks like.
He could
Uh,
stand
five-
on his own.
two
he
and
could
a
stand
half
on his
ish.
own
Oh.
shoulders.
He is actually really tall, all things considered, for these people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
For
and then
Grippli,
you've got-
that is gigantic.
I think he's of equal height with everyone, and he probably feels really confident until Soba walks in, all fucking 90 feet of her.
He's actually
absolutely.
taller than. He's actually taller than Cece if she were able to stand.
Oh god.
I think
You should-
Flicker might be tall, but just a little, not as much as Sofa in terms of difference.
So fun.
Sofa.
At bedtime,
no,
we all
that
just lie down on sofa instead of having bedrolls.
No, that is Soba's cousin. He is carpenter.
Nice save.
You definitely should check out one of Paza's plays while you're in town. They're excellent.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
here's a poster for it. He's hands out something from his Greco hands out something from his satchel.
I drew it myself. The artist was sick.
You aren't here to look into the tanker, are you? Because I've got that.
Well, actually, we were hoping to investigate that a little bit. We were told by a few of your constituents that you wanted to speak with us to resolve a problem you were having. One of your ambassadors had come to our region to see if you could have some people to come and assist, and here we are, ready to assist in whatever way that you can.
Oh, so you'll be working under me then?
Yes. We just want to be safe because they sometimes attack us a lot, frequently. Sometimes.
All the time.
Important information for you. You want to know about what the Kenku are doing? If you find Kenku on a farm, it is likely what they are doing is farming.
Or attacking you.
Or attacking you. These all
Or attack. That
that
can also-
happened the first 3 times
That can
we
happen.
tried to talk to them.
Yeah.
We'd rather it stop. They ruined 2 plays this month out of the 30.
I'm sorry, 30?
How many plays do you have every month?
They're very fast plays, in short. We have a lot of them.
I mean, it depends. Usually, it takes months to build one play.
Oh no,
It absolutely does.
We reuse a lot of sets, and
Are we sure we want to use these humans? They seem very inefficient.
we also have a lot of volunteers,
They
a lot of
just got
spare
here.
time.
So, Soba is going to nod sagely and just go, yes. Back on mountain, we held pantomime. No, everyone had to use imagination. We did outdoors with aphantasia. Did not survive winter.
Oh, we have. Oh, we have plenty of like. I like to imagine after you said that, like there's a moment of silence, then Pizzazz just go. Oh, we have plenty of games that involve imagination.
Soba's just like, you get it. Finally.
We have a game with like little figures from the local figure maker. It makes you're very detailed.
I mean, obviously, you probably have a script writer that is probably really prolific if that's how many
Oh,
that
yeah,
you're
that's
making
me.
a day. As I actually was just about to have Grippli be like, "What's that?"
It's when you write. Oh, it's when you write down words for the people in the play.
Oh.
Have you ever handed them out to any of the other actors? Because mostly we've just been kind of going and asking the audience what for a topic.
I always well, I'm so busy with all the managing. I think I always forget. There's a lot to manage.
You
every day.
always forget.
This is where Husa clears her throat and said, "You gave me a role where I had to wear a bikini and 3 people died."
Oh yeah, that happened last year.
As fascinating as this topic is, I think we should have some more pressing matters on hand involving the Kenku and the reason you needed us to come, post haste. Which we do apologize for taking so long.
So the Kenku have claimed the area to the north of the tree, and that's fine. They've taken a lot of area, and I'm sure that they have enough room now. But we still have some of our friends in that area who need to make way. There's still some people in there. So
you mean you have?
Should be
You mean you have people lost in the woods?
This was their homes, but the Kenku need them, I guess.
Oh, so you mean they've been displaced? Oh, so you mean they were displaced?
I guess. What does that mean?
What does that
I
mean?
think it means that they get moved.
Oh.
By force.
Oh,
Like-
oh.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that thing. The thing you said.
So
Why not simply smash Kenku? They are very squishy, especially at terminal velocity.
Flicker just like leans.
Well. So here's the thing: we have faced the Kenku and we have fought them, and we have defeated them, and killed them occasionally because we had to. But so they don't dead.
Yeah, it didn't stick.
Soba thinks and is just like,
Don't-
problem.
Yeah, Flicker goes in. I don't think they're very good fighters, and that they enjoyed that activity. Just a thought.
Mm.
Ooh, the purple pink.
And kind of saying a thing to distinguish those three.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
these are the ones that we faced, right?
so
Yeah, those are the ones you faced.
yeah, upon hearing that the Kenku don't stay dead, Soba's gonna
There we go.
visibly get angry and just be like, "Fucking necromancers! Soba knew it! Always fucking necromancers!"
It could just be a resurrection spell. Doesn't have to be necromancy related.
Resurrection,
Necromancy fits better with what
necromancy.
happened to Asmostal Taz.
Soba like kind of looks at you and just like, Soba does not see valid difference. Resurrection is necromancy, necromancy, resurrection, same thing, just different result. Either way,
Well-
it's stinky.
By the way, Husa.
Well, one is only much. Oh,
By the way, Husa, one of the Kenku who grabbed your shoulder about a moon ago and died met you about a week later and was very annoyed by that.
Oh boy, yeah. So Huso will just kind of say, yeah. They also get very upset when they come back. So I mean, they remember. I don't know if that counts as necromancy or whatever you're talking about, but. And Soba just like angry dead. Soba knew it.
I have not experienced it, Prusa, but I understand that death is not pleasant. So, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
um,
So, Soba like pulls back like her gauntlet. And there's like a small band that says DNN, do not necromance.
Okay, I love that that's a thing. It's fantastic, actually.
I had a necromancer that had like a little book of necromancy, and it was just full of rules of what not to do because he's a different kind of necromancer.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll point to it and be like, Soba has heard death is not good either, and has heard from things that came back that coming back not great either. Have other bands like this if you want. Very helpful.
Oh.
Cass reaches out,
I
nudges her slightly, and holds out a wrist.
She'll like just kind of thwap it on. It's a slap bracelet.
It goes around Cass's wrist twice. Easily twice.
Funnily enough,
I-
that same. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, and then like Husa will hold one out, and Soba will go up and just not realize thwap, and then she touches her hand just for a moment and loses 40 health points. It's like, oh, Soba, you're funny, and like both of them look very confused.
Is that
I
magic?
feel like
Can
that
we
might
put
be
that on the
ill-advised.
Can we put that on the Kenku? Is that magic?
I think
don't
it's
know.
I believe it's a slap bracelet.
I hold it up and
Slap
examine it.
Bracelet.
I don't mean to encourage violence, but I suspect that I might know a way to stop them being resurrected.
What if they
would
are?
It would be very inefficient and difficult, but
So I rolled a really good Arcana check here, Jade. With a 30 Arcana, are these slap bracelets magic?
Hang on, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, let me make it funnier.
Okay.
Soba will turn and say, Shaman at Old Village once told Soba that Necromancer legally cannot raise you from dead if wearing one of these.
The law, different kind of magic.
Ah, yes.
It's funny, that same necromancer I was talking about, they specifically had the clause like, you forfeit your right to not being necromanced if you attack this individual.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, I really want to talk to you about him in the future, but that's for later.
Yeah.
So like all of the Grippli, I imagine, just have like the same bracelet.
Within a week, probably.
Yeah.
It's the new fashion trend of spreading from the tree.
DNN.
I mean-
But I want to point out that does, as far as Soba's concerned, that does apply to resurrection magic. If she dies, leave her dead.
Yeah.
That is her wish.
Well, yeah, because you'll get to he can reroll as a Grippli.
Yes, exactly. I'll reroll as Husa. I'll reroll
You're
as
really
Husa.
badly-
Husa becomes an adventurer.
You really badly want to be a Grippli.
No, I don't want to be a Grippli. But if it happens, it happens.
I mean, fair. Fair.
Can't imagine anyone not want. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I would too, I guess.
If you have a choice between being a Grippli and not being a Grippli, I mean,
Just be a Grippli.
it's hardly a choice at all.
I mean, technically, honestly, I sense that Jade. I mean, she did it for different reasons, but I sense this kind of collective want is what summed up this entire scenario. Also, I really wish I would have searched out like some music for this meeting.
Oh my god, there are Poison Dart Grippli. I just opened up Path Builder. They do exist. They're called Poison High Grippli.
Oh,
I'm so down. I'm so in.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. That would be like the easiest one to make a subclass for, a sub-race for. Hey, there we go, music.
Sorry, I forgot to add that. I should do a better job of figuring out of adding music like with a Discord bot or something, because I actually have a bunch of licensed music I would love to use that would be perfect for this, but
It's like, in terms of like my memory, when I GM'd, it was like one of the top things that that comes in the order of like, okay, do this real quick, like a command line.
yeah. Well,
And
can you stop
Okay,
the
now
Grippli?
I kind of want to be a Grippli. Damn you, Jade. Ah.
It spreads though.
Like an oracle. Like I just make Husa. I would just make Husa my character.
Honestly, based.
for real, I really thought it was kind of sad when I saw that in D&D the frog race was like, wait, why are you making them monstrous evil race? They're goddamn good frog people. Why do you make them evil by default? What the fuck?
A froggy
They're good frog
wee
people, okay?
beastie.
They're good frog people. Anyways.
There are all kinds of different frog people in D&D too. There's Slud also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like Slud.
There's what?
Okay. Can you stop the Kenku? I mean, we can keep on giving them land, but I'd kind of like to not someday. And
I would highly advise and yes, we can.
We have repeatedly tried giving them everything they want, and it hasn't
They
worked.
just keep asking for more.
Those two
Very
planes,
Very rude! Very rude!
those two plays
Yeah.
that they interrupted, those were exclusively for them. I spent 5 hours on each one.
Yeah. Husa even goes. They even asked for some of the poison from my skin, and I thought they were gonna, try and figure a way to make an anti-venom, so my clan could talk with them better. Instead, they just put it in blowguns and just started shooting it at civilians from the air.
That's really funny and also feels in character so hard right now.
Mm-hmm.
it's equally funny and awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, Husa feels so bad about like everything.
It's awful.
It's okay, it wasn't your fault. He reaches out to put a hand on you and remembers just before it's too late, and then has a mild panic attack.
It's not
Yeah.
your fault. It's not your fault we can't see a pattern in their behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she is wearing a heavy cloak. So long as you do like a light touch and don't touch your skin, you're
Yeah, I was
probably
gonna
fine.
say the cloak should make it.
Just don't touch
Yeah,
it too long, or it'll
he's-
seep through.
He's breathing into a paper bag right now.
I could
So-
I can make some gloves for touching you, if you want. I made
Gee.
some for the kobolds.
She looks at you with it like her big black frog eyes. You just see tears beating in the corner. She nods slowly.
You made gloves for the kobolds for touching Husa?
They had a problem. Oh, they had. Oh yeah, they. Oh yes, they had a problem with their dragon. They couldn't touch it without getting sick themselves, so I made them some protective
Oh.
clothing.
Yes. Also, we talked with the kobolds and their leader. Do you know their leader?
What? No. Do you?
Yes, we actually do. But oh, sorry, I got scrambled. You were talking to the Grippli, right?
Yeah, I'm talking to the Grippli.
My bad. Sorry.
Although Grickle would probably have an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did actually go to the north and had a conversation with them for a little while. Did you know that their dragoness enjoys a buttersquash soup on a rainy Sunday as their way of relaxing? Okay, not exactly pertinent to what we're talking about, though.
No, that's good information. What they want to do is establish trade, and if you can bring them some buttersquash soup, that might be a good idea, especially as an opening gesture.
Oh, I can also put out an all-day play for them in celebration of the new trade. Yeah.
Everyone loves
If you
Yeah,
try
we
to
got
put it
plenty
on,
of gestures for those.
if you try to put it on for Muspeltaz herself, don't do that. Don't do that. She would not like that.
She's got scale rot. Would not recommend.
Hi, kitty. I hear a kitty.
Cat detected.
My cat
she
also came to visit me, but she was entirely quiet.
Hang on. What's that, Erika? Come on, do it.
Do the sound.
Here's the gene, please.
She's not going to do it because you want her to.
Yeah. She kind of
Oh,
did.
there was.
Kitty.
It was half.
Claw,
It was half-hearted.
your claws. There you go.
There it is.
Good.
Adorable.
Yeah. Also, yes, pet frog.
Yes, pet froggy. Now I have a cat in my lap. Will he do a meow? Will you do a meow, Holland? No.
Now I miss Goliath.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great name for a cat. Honestly.
He was a big boy too.
Goliath was enormous.
Was he one of those like real? For some reason, I'm imagining one of those like really fancy cats that tend to be surprisingly big.
Yep, it was a Bengal.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
You maybe you're thinking of a Maine Coon.
Oh yeah, Maine Coon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not that big.
No, I had a friend who had one of those when I was a kid. They had found it on the street. It was a purebred Maine Coon, and it was just wild, feral somehow. And they brought it in, and turned out to be twice as big after they cleaned it up.
I mean, with a name like Goliath, I would have imagined it's a Maine Coon personally.
Nah, Goliath was a
I
Bengal,
don't-
but Goliath was a very
It's a-
big Bengal.
It's a
Y'all should
good
look at
name
the
for a
voice
Maine
chat
Coon.
real quick.
What was that? Sorry, Liv, what? Go ahead.
Y'all should look at the voice chat real quick.
Is that the chat that Jade hasn't figured out how to look at yet?
Yeah,
Stuff that quieter.
fluffy boy that does not wish to talk.
Anyways.
Oh, there's a kitty.
I'm not seeing where it is.
No, I didn't see it.
This webcam was on for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Discord is
he wanted to leave, so I turned it off.
No worries. So, if you could help us with the Kenku in any way, that'd be great. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if they all went away forever, but that might be too mean.
Well,
So-
I'm sure we can
so
figure
the-
something out for that.
Soba pulls her like one of like the folds of like the like she's got all these furs around her waist. She pulls like one aside and there's just like lines of these slap bracelets. Soba could do it.
We are excellent. Our skills in negotiation are, as far as we know so far, unmatched.
Last one, Soba hit them with rock.
And I exploded something.
Husa leans towards the other frogs and just like, have we tried hitting them with rocks and blowing them up before? That sounds very, very final.
Hey. Hmm.
Oh no, no. He does like the motion with his finger, or he wags his finger. No, I didn't blow up someone. I blew up something. No one was hurt.
Oh.
Although, if somebody tells you about, however, if somebody tells you about Rain of Blood, that wasn't real blood.
What?
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 Uh-oh. Wait.
What? Rain of blood?
sounds like
Rodalak I'm sorry. Rodalak walks over to God, I'm so
Flicker.
bad with names. Rodalak walks over to Flicker and says, "Will you excuse me for a moment?" As he like wraps his arm around his shoulder, walks over, swats the back of his head, says, "What are you doing?"
I mean, it seems like a noticeable event.
That's not something they need to know.
Nobody got hurt.
That
So yes, I say,
not
trying
the
to distract
point.
from this. Yes, the kobolds are eager for trade. They have metals and such, and I mean metal's always useful, right? Right? And you guys have food,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we have plenty of food. Every show there's snacks.
I'm sure that they'd also be interested in trading for medicines.
Oh, true.
Yes.
True. Wait, do they not have medicine?
They have medicine, but you might have different medicine, and it might help them.
Oh. Do they have blue?
They might.
They did not, I did not see any
Wait,
blue.
what is this? Sorry, what is this item?
It's blue.
Medicine.
Oh, it's just blue.
You drink it. It helps.
Oh, it's a drink. Okay.
Medicine.
Do you not have blue?
They might not have blue. I don't think they have blue.
I think they.
What do they do if they don't have blue?
I don't know.
I think they might have orange.
You have orange?
You must have orange.
They probably have orange.
Who doesn't
Couldn't
have
have a
orange?
society. Couldn't have a society without orange.
I like the idea that orange is literally just orange juice, but they think it's also medicine.
I mean, you put enough vitamin C, it'll help deal with a lot of things in your body.
Yeah,
So, like,
really.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, we're technically not wrong.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go with it.
Orange is medicine.
Okay, so what?
We have different medicines because we come from across the sea, so we don't have. I don't know what blue is derived from, but we have medicines derived from other plants.
Oh. I see. I don't see. But that's okay. That's okay. But the kenku. Yes. Okay. So you can deal with the kenku though. Yes.
If you need help with medicine, if you need help with medicine, go to Awa. She's the town healer.
I was very good.
I will assign.
I've got a flyer for that.
I will assign several of my most highly trained agents to assist you in seeking out the kenku.
I typed up how the name is written.
Awa is you have met Awa, I will say.
Yeah. The reason
I like how in your attempt to get us to roleplay as these Grippli, you have basically created a society of kobolds with an even less of an attention span.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sticky tree kobolds.
And they've got two modes, either silly or depressed.
I was considering making a big bullfrog that is completely immune to the behavior of everyone else and is genuinely serious and has an attention span of more than 5 seconds.
6
But
seconds.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
that's not possible.
But in any case, also, I made the name Awa because ouch is too obvious. Ouch is too obvious.
I'll say that Awa is the one who helped you out with the scale rat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I figured that that's what we were looking for, and that implied that I was the one that had it. Sorry, do I look
That was
like
very
a dragon? Do I look like a dragon that has a dragon girlfriend?
Yeah, a little bit.
We do
wings.
not need medicine. I still have pickle juice.
Oh. Green.
You fell out of the sky. You don't need medicine because what could hurt you?
That reminds me. Do you have any blacksmiths or workshop areas in town? I have some things that I could potentially make some magical runes out of.
Oh, yes. Yes, you can go to any of the blacksmiths. They're mostly at the base of the tree, and some of them are underneath the awnings.
Oh, most excellent.
Will you be able to help stop them soon?
As I said, we are, to our knowledge, great negotiators.
I can tell. You seem very good.
We can't make any promises because we don't know what the situation is yet, but I can assure you that we will do our very best.
Okay. So you can stay. We can set up tents and camps for you at under the awnings if you like.
That would be great. Thank you.
I would love to stay here for as long as we can, but I think that our best idea is to get moving as quickly as possible. So stay here for the night.
Very well. And well, okay, Grickle, can you have the smell lines for them by morning? 'Cause they might need it.
I don't think it would take that long, but absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
What was that, GD?
We can probably make them out of leaves. So and then have someone blow from below so that they wiggle to emphasize.
Whoa.
the smell.
I like that, but I think they need flyers. I don't think we can send a troop with them. That would probably be frowned upon. Hey, Kinky don't really like plays.
I will send to you my two most highly trained agents at dawnbreak.
I like the fact that we.
Don't
I like the fact
don't
that
don't call them agents. Call them stinksmiths.
Well, these are Yib's agents. These are the ones that go out and talk to the Kenku.
Oh, okay.
I
They're
just
spies.
I mean, spy. Yeah, they're spies.
And by spy, I mean that. And by spy, it means that they actually just go and ask them what they're up to.
Yeah.
Very polite.
I like the idea when we all agree on something, like we're all doing the like from regular show when they but it's just like with 5 characters.
I've never seen regular show.
Me either, but I've always done that.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, it is weirdly a show that I feel is gonna stick around.
You know what? I understand why they do these things because it's a regular show.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a regular thing to do.
God damn it.
Oh. Yay. We're all happy here.
Hooray.
Very well. So, who wants some souffle?
Oh, me. I haven't eaten since one.
They've been putting a lot of effort into this. Maybe this time it won't deflate.
Oh, yeah. I think there's some magic involved.
Oh, there's always magic.
The conversation becomes entirely about souffle at this point. The party has been forgotten.
Kuba turns to the rest of the party and goes, "If anything happens to froggies, I will kill everyone on country and then myself."
Of course.
suspicion if anything's going to happen to these Grippli, it probably might be self-inflicted before anything. Goodness.
Kill everyone in country and then self.
I like to imagine that Pazza is just like drawing a Grippli in like souffle costume. Anyway, I guess that's our cue to leave. Partially because there is like a little scene that I want to do with like Soba outside of the thing, and we are on more limited time than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for that.
No,
I'm
it's
gonna
okay.
stay for the souffle if you guys are gonna go somewhere. This sounds really good.
So, in terms of order, if anybody else wants to do something first, I'm okay with it. Because I have 2 points of 2 things on the itinerary. First, making the runes for you guys, because work before pleasure. And second are the flying lessons.
Yes.
Oh boy.
The flying learning scene.
It's mostly just Soba picking you up and throwing you.
Well, maybe after the first 2 attempts. but yeah, first, do we want to go over the runes now, or do we want to do that like after game? Because I feel like we're not gonna leave town.
I figure runes is
Probably.
something, yeah, that you can do in the channel after in between sessions.
Then flying lesson first.
Because that's just pure bookkeeping, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
It's awesome. It's
I was
fun,
just-
but yeah.
Okay, so I imagine like not in a branch, but based on the image that I remember of the tree, there's a bunch of big roots, like big enough to jump off of at the bottom
yes.
of the tree. So yeah, before heading there to one such route, Flicker comes over to Soba to ask her for assistance. Soba,
Yes.
do you think you might be able to assist me in learning how to fly?
Soba would love to.
Right, there's a roof nearby that I'd like to try jumping off to in order to get myself to try and learn how to fly and glide. And I was wondering if you could try maybe catching me in case I fall.
Oh, less fun part. Okay.
I mean, if it doesn't work, I'll let you throw me.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Right.
So,
So,
we'll make extra pickle juice for if you get hurt.
So he climbs up like the root of the tree, and it's like, I want to say it's a decent size up there. Maybe 15, 20 feet, maybe even 30. This tree is pretty big. And he just like, since this is next to the root of the tree, I imagine there's like probably a lot of activity from the Grippli. Yeah.
The base of the tree does start in that long spiral deck area that goes up for most of it, but it's not hard to just go, a little bit away from that and still have very, very large structures that you can go off. The area beneath the tree on the ground is what's referred to as under the awning. It's just below the tree canopy. That's
okay.
where anything involving fire. So a lot of cooking is down here, leading to smells going up, whereas the food stuff itself is sold on on the decks. But cooking, blacksmithing, and things like that tend to be handled under the awnings.
So Flicker is just like looks down. He's a little bit like, it's pretty much that like zoom in and out look as he's like looking at the ground, like Dutch bling and whatnot. And he just like just does a quick gulp and then yells down to Soba. Ready to catch me, Soba?
Yeah, we'll catch. So long as Meat Wagon does not go by.
Real quick, one before you jump, can you give me a perception check?
Okay.
Does a Meat Wagon go by?
Wait, who oh, wait, who does the perception check? Me or
Flicker, yeah, you.
16 plus my bonuses, I think should be enough.
Oh yeah. From your height, and you can actually see an area under the awnings that looks a lot like the the structure that you blew up.
Ooh.
Okay, new rule as he turns over and says, "We're not talking about that we blew the thing up, but we might want to investigate that while we are here. So at least we understand what exactly happened last time."
Actually, okay, so I got a good idea how to involve this.
Oh no.
So he does the jump, he does the perception thing, and that's when he notices it. And he's like in the air. He's doing like the I can only describe it as like wiggling with his limbs and his wings a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That you normally see in a cartoon. And he then spots the structure and points to it. Oh hey, it's sorry. Oh hey, it's one of those. And then he like falls down and Soba looks to it and he falls immediately behind her with a dust cloud.
Fucking. Yeah,
I mean-
just immediately turn around.
I'm gonna need a athletics from Soba, obviously.
Oh, do I fall
okay.
on? Do I fall on her, or does she grab me?
We gonna find out.
I feel like even if you did fall on her, you are so tiny. You
True.
are so
That doesn't
tiny.
do any damage to Soba.
I break. Like, I am very twig shaped.
Where did?
It's less does Soba have any trouble catching you, and more is Soba able to get to where you are and read the landing.
Hang on a second. My fucking it broke. Give me a moment. Oh, it logged me out. That's what happened. Okay. Hang on a moment. So that is a 12. Wait, nope. Wait, sorry. Athletics, you said, right?
Yeah, I certainly hope it's not.
14.
Okay.
14.
Okay, that's still not very high.
I could roll a hero point. It's fine. Okay, here's the question. Failing this, does Flicker take damage, and is it funny?
It's funny regardless.
True.
This is one of the few campaigns where I actually do not mind taking damage for the sake of the narrative and the character.
You know what? I'm gonna say, Soba gets distracted by the thing in the distance and just has that moment of like arms out, expecting him to fall in them. Gets distracted, lands 3 feet to the left.
You just pull a Tex Avery moment. I love it.
Yeah, it's just straight up.
That is
Tex
exactly
Avery.
what I was thinking.
Actually, no. I have a really much funnier image in mind. So, how many of you know Freakazoid?
Yes.
Oh no!
I love it.
Right.
It's fantastic.
So-
Go on.
I recently rewatched it, and this is perfectly apt to this. There's a scene where Freakazoid is literally falling. There's like a very noticeable 20 seconds of him falling, and it's the same, and it's a still image, and he's calling for Cosgrove the whole way down, and Cosgrove just doesn't react. He doesn't move, and I'm trying to find it.
No worries.
Cosgrove. Cosgrove is wonderful.
Cosgrove is fantastic.
It's in the episode where they get sucked into cyberspace, not cyberspace, but a video game, VR video game. I will find it later because it's not.
Yeah, no worries.
YouTube,
No worries. All right. Yeah, you land fairly hard. Actually, wait, no, hold on. Let me get. I forgot to get your athletics. I need your athletics as well. See how
To see
much.
how cartoon hardy I am.
Also to see how far you get, frankly. You know.
Oh, okay. So I gotta check with this one. So it's 16 plus, because I think I have at least 5 because I am a Dragon Knight. I have some training. So that's 16 plus 6.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
22 by most maths.
Yeah. I'm just not very fast at it.
No worries. So, actually, the reason that you fail to catch Soba is in part because they fly a lot farther than you expected. They actually do catch some wind and make some distance.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
So this was a good idea. We should. Yep. I'm very glad that we all did this. I say, coming out, eating a souffle.
Very funny. Very
Wait,
funny.
are they all like what? Are they all like just watching me do this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sounds bit.
Oh, good.
What, you think I'm gonna
No,
go up and
that's
stop
exactly what I
Soba?
want. Well, no, that's. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Like this, I like the idea that this whole scenario, like we have a couple of gaps here. It goes on for roughly about an hour. Flicker trying to learn, and eventually it gathers a small crowd watching. Okay, that's like so. Anyways, so Flicker gets up. Okay. Okay. How about we try the gliding principle? He's like he has like one eyelid half closed, like it's that kind of thing. Alright, so you pick me up. I'll extend my wings like CC's glider, and let's see how that'll go.
Have you considered doing it from higher up?
Have you considered not doing it at all?
No. Soba's gonna like hold up a hand. Soba's gonna hold up a hand and be like, "No, Soba has this," and then she's going to rage.
And I can guarantee you, they have not thought of not doing this.
As you're picking him up, Flicker just goes, "Oh, as a future Dragon Knight, I have to learn the way of my people."
So hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. The moment you say "learn," Soba lets out like a raging battle cry and just throws you like a javelin.
May I offer a minor addendum to this?
Okay.
I just imagine some of the Grippli looking out a window in one of the trees, being like, "What are they doing? Are they just throwing themselves off a cliff? Are they hoping is something going to work doing that? Should we ask? Should we?
I see it
should
now.
should
I
we
see it
stop
now.
them?
No. I see it now. The scaly one has wings. He has wings. Look.
So when
brain
Soba
damage.
so hang on. I was gonna say, Soba raged because when Soba's raging, she gets to add. I think it's like. I'm not gonna flick through, but I think it's like a +8 to her attack rolls with throwing weapons, which I anticipate as throwing harder. So just battle cry, throw, javelin, and I'm just imagining like it's like in anime where like a super person throws like a baseball. You just say boom, boom, and like the camera like bounces around it like 3 times from different angles as the sound barrier is broken.
I'm imagining immediately like.
So you go straight up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me touch base on this. So you go straight up, and for a brief moment, you actually are at eye level with the Grippli that Magus was describing.
It's a slow mo. It's like a slow motion pass by shot.
It's like when you are standing outside of someone's window, except that window is like 5 stories up.
Okay, this Okay. So yeah, after I pass them, it's like, after like the moment of panic is gone, and it's like, I and I slow down because of the like the air resistance,
Mm-hmm.
and I notice that I'm not like immediately falling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I am gliding. I'm gliding.
Roll.
I'm gliding. And
Roll me a wisdom check.
okay. Okay, that's not too bad. 11 plus nothing is just 11.
Okay. That was you only needed to hit a 10 on that one.
Nice.
You do have, because wisdom, honestly, one of the things that it does represent is your ability to learn. Your ability to come.
Honestly, I do tend to like role play wisdom as like experience essentially.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. You cannot fly. Maybe someday you'll be able to. But you are able to slow your descent. You are able to control the direction in which you fall. But it is really more controlled falling.
Falling with style. Yeah. Jinx.
But that is valuable.
Yeah.
That counts as a win.
It's almost as if we can have if we'll have multiple such moments of learning. But anyway, for now, I won't like to think that he's like high enough that I'm not sure if she threw him further above the tree. But if not, he's just like spinning around the body of the tree, like as he's descending, and you hear like, I guess in like a show or like a movie, whimsical music would be playing right now to showcase this the value of this moment. However, this is interrupted when near the end, when he's forced to land, he realizes he hasn't learned how to brake and land soft. So by the time he's so in the whimsy that he doesn't realize that when he's gotten close to the ground, it's too late, and he doesn't veer off from the house that he inevitably plunges into. Or I guess instead of the classical smack into the wall bit, he goes through a window and goes through a various amount of furniture, and ends up through the other window on the other side.
It's actually very convenient that you end up landing on a hospital bed in a hospital.
So,
Just
like,
come
so I'm
down through
imagining
Just come down through the tent and land exactly on a bed.
This was unexpectedly nice. I mean, the furniture I smacked into on the way, but this is a nice landing.
I'm just imagining that like Soba and the rest of the party are like taking turns like tracking him through a spyglass, and in the end like Soba looks very proud and is like exactly what Soba aimed for.
All right, CC and Rodelac.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful moment. Thank you for
That was. Thank you for doing that. Would you two like to investigate? What would you like to do?
I would. I think we should probably investigate the nature of what's been going on with this, with the Kenku, because they mentioned about you first.
I was just going to ask if you mind, while we investigate the goings on of the Kenku, if we run some errands.
What kind of errands?
Do you mind overmuch if I explain something a little bit technical for a moment, or would you rather just not know?
Oh no, by all means.
So I have a couple of thoughts at potential options to help deal with the Kenku in a more permanent sense, if it were to come to that.
I do hope that the permanent is not something potentially hostile. I'm just saying, like, we did just create a blood explosion previously, and I'd rather not have a reprisal of that. I don't want that to be our defining idiom.
The ether bomb is off the table. I have a different thought for something else that, in the worst case, will at least give us a bargaining chip.
I'm listening.
So, there's a particular material that can burn extremely hot. It should be able to destroy any remnants, and most necromantic magic requires at least some sort of remains of a body to reanimate it.
Okay. Now look. I understand that what you're trying to put down for this plan is not what you said. What is not what I had warned against. But you did open your sentence with, "I have this chemical that burns everything."
I don't have it yet, and it's not a chemical in the
Yet.
sense that
It's a
everything is a
compound.
chemical, but it's a compound. It's a few materials that we can get rather inexpensively, depending on the terrain.
All right, but I mean, semantics also.
There.
From the other
point is
room
that
you
we're
hear,
not- are
what's
we-
the worst that could happen?
So I'm not against the idea, but I am concerned because the last time we said I have a compound, things went sideways just a bit.
We good.
That did definitely not go the way that I had originally planned. I forgot to take into account interacting magic with mechanical.
We also didn't bother to check what it is that we were rupturing might have had magical properties attached to it, because we were assuming going into this the new world, that magic was less of a thing.
I think the magic storm that dispels everything that crosses through it was certainly something that tinged my impressions and thinking patterns.
Yes.
Mhm.
But, that being said, the Kenku have been proving to be very, non-communicative. I don't think we're going to be having as much luck with them as we did with the goblins.
Well,
So at the very least.
that's simply because we need to establish something that can put us on a level playing field. Because currently, their impression is that they are immortal. That nothing can kill them, destroy them, or pose a significant threat to them. And so they see everything else as beneath them. Not dissimilar to how someone who lives in the city might not respect the strength of a bear simply because the bear is far away.
Mm-hmm. I see what you
I'd rather not deal in violence, but it is a situation that may call for it, and if we are going to be in a situation where violence is called for, I'd rather have something and not need it than need something and not have it.
Mm-hmm.
Much in the same way as engineering any solution to a problem.
I will always remember when I was in Vegas, one of my friends pointed at a store window and said, "Come on, Jade, it's better to have a giant purple monkey costume and not need it than to need a giant purple monkey costume and not have one."
I mean, that's valid.
What's
That's
true?
valid.
This is true.
So I have a question,
Okay.
because this is sort of relevant, and I have a suspicion and a thought. What kind of tree is the great tree?
We'll have to look into that.
Well, it's the kind of thing that you can kind of tell by looking at it for the most part. I was assuming some variety of oak.
Ash.
Ash? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. I had to check the pH tolerances of a pH tree per second.
Sprig, you're the best. I think you're fantastic.
I love like this fucking chaos, the chaos instinct.
So,
I just love that you
Cece's
paired
gonna
us off.
do
Sorry, you
some
go, CC.
quick
Sorry.
little tricks of like what kind of stone we're on top of. Because if we're on top of limestone, life is great.
I'm not giving you limestone that easily.
I thought limestone
I
was
know
like-
you way too well to give you easy access to limestones. Sprig, no.
It's not even limestone that I want. It's just a common marker.
I was,
But still. Also that, though.
And yet,
I thought limestone was easy to acquire. I could be wrong, because isn't it a common type of stone?
Like I said, it's not what I'm looking for. It's
Yeah.
it's something that marks something that I'm looking for.
Mhm.
In particular, what I'm looking for is bauxite and iron oxide. Just iron rust.
Yeah. I mean... Yeah. You are far enough away from the mountain that not a lot of there's not a whole lot of Grippli mining, at least as far as you can see. Outside of tools, not a lot of things are made from metal here whatsoever. And do you give me a perception actually?
Sure.
I was gonna say,
There
this
are
feels...
blacksmiths here, though, you'd said.
There are, yes.
So that's a 18.
Okay. There's not a lot of metal. There are some blacksmiths, but if you pay close attention to it, many of the blacksmiths focus more on repair and rework rather than creating new objects. And thinking back on the time in the market, a lot of the metal goods may have actually been coming from from Lanfell.
While we're
This is-
running around, she'll probably just check in with, like, a blacksmith or two and be like, hey, do you have, like, some scale just from your work that we can sweep up and keep?
A lot of it is melted down and reused, but if you're able to, they're willing to give you some.
I mean, scale is pretty hard to reuse for anything because it's just flakes of iron oxide.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Wait, the oxide scale. Oh yeah. So I was thinking dusts.
Because the
yeah.
oxide's what I'm looking for, but they have no like practical
Yeah,
use for it.
You're making thermite. I get it. Right.
Yes.
No. I got that a while back. Don't worry.
yeah, no, we're on the same page here.
Yeah. Hey YouTube, want to learn how to make thermite?
There's some
God.
other ingredients that we need, so like I'm just hand waving those ones because they're smaller quantities to go with my alchemy tools.
But yes.
I guess I can also... I guess Flicker would just do this, but after he's, like, done... Actually, no, I'm sorry. Are you, like, done, Sprig?
Well, this was just a side thing that I'm doing
Oh.
with Rodolak while we're investigating.
Okay. I just wanted to, like, say, like, while I was in the workshop, I made some more toys to give out to the Grippli.
And were you interested in investigating the structure?
Yes, I after the concussions wore off. I will
That's
be
right.
doing
That's what I thought. CC and Rodolak were actually going to be doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like once I'm done
E.
with the concussion. Good thing I have a helmet.
All right.
I'm aware that I look mad, Rodolak. Just please don't pay any attention to it.
Don't pay any attention. Okay, I'm I'll do my best to.
It's harmless as it stands.
Look, I have faith in your ability, just not your execution of it when it needs to be brought out.
I am not
I will be.
a combatant.
I will take
Okay?
I will
I'm
take
not
responsibility.
A fighter in any capacity.
Boba is enjoying the smart ones.
I am an
war
inventor
crimes.
as a hobby. I'm an inventor as a hobby, and I am an engineer.
I just love the difference. Flicker wouldn't even deny it. Probably.
Small one has magic beyond anything Soba has ever seen, but it does not make Soba sneeze. It is perfect. Best magic.
Right then.
So I think
So,
honestly,
I
like
I
the
walk
shit that
into this
fucking CC
conversation,
does-
and I'm seeing like you guys talking about this, and I'm like, you see me stop and look up, and I seem to be looking at something very intently for a minute. Hey, Cece,
Yes,
what kind of bird is? What kind of bird is that?
That would be a raven.
Yeah, that does look like a raven.
Maybe your conversation inside.
As I'm going to make a perception check on that raven.
Okay.
May I? Okay.
Absolutely.
I gotta pull out my die for this.
Oh no.
First die roll of the day for me. Gonna paint this the right color. It's wrong when it's red.
Yep. Just couldn't be red. Not.
No, not red.
Oh. Oh, it was sitting on that 20, and then just decided not. It just decided it wasn't gonna.
Oh, that is upsetting.
Oh.
Wait,
Man,
do you,
I'm just not having one of them days.
wait,
am
do you,
I?
wait, do you have? I mean, do you want to use one of your? Actually, do you have a hero token?
No, why would I want to use that on perception? I've got good perception.
He says.
I'm not
before
worried about this.
All right. Fair.
I am also staring up there, and my perception
look-
check is.
As he
Go
looks
ahead.
up and stares a little bit closer, he leans forward and says, "How good are crows? How good are ravens at seeing?"
As far as I'm aware, they have excellent eyesight. Most birds do.
They
Okay.
can remember faces.
Fun fact, though, that a lot of birds have very little sense of taste or smell.
I can believe that.
I don't think I have plans to continue this conversation through olfactory senses. But
Howard.
We just start tooting in Morse code.
trying to find my what do you call it? My RPG, my character sheet, but for some reason it's.
I actually have it pulled up here, so I've already
Okay, well, thank you.
DM'd you. I've already DM'd you a response.
Yeah, that's why I'm reacting to it. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
let's I think I would like to find a canopy right now of some kind. I'm gonna look around for like some kind of place to walk to, but not like. But I'm going to do a. I guess I should do a performance or something like that. But I want to do a check that indicate that I'm basically pretending like I'm not privy to this. That I've been. I know that I've been had.
Did you see the message I sent you?
Yes.
Okay.
It looks familiar. But should I say that? I want to say that once we get under some.
Yeah,
cover.
that's fair. I just want to make sure you saw it. Yeah.
All right. So should I roll for this or what?
Roll what? Performance for
pretend
scooting
that I'm
away?
not- yeah.
Yep.
To pretend
That would
that
be.
I'm not. Yeah. So is that performance?
It is.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, the performance, the roll that I got was a 15 earlier. Let's see here. Bop. That's a 10. Alright, here we go. Oh, I don't know about you, Cece, but I could really go for some of that souffle as he puts his fists on his hips. Like he's doing a bad PSA.
A souffle sounds fantastic at this time of day.
Yes, for this time of day is traditional for the Grippli to indulge in souffle. Or so I have read.
A most delicate of delicacies.
Hey, Jade, how
This
much
was
do I
just
have to roll to see the bird?
Flexing that +1 performance.
I have never looked at anyone as sarcastically as I am looking at the two of you now.
Jade,
So I
Jade,
I like the idea that Flicker. Oh,
Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'll let
Sorry.
you.
No, sorry. Go ahead. Soba, you do not see
+9
that.
on that throw.
Yeah. Are you with the party right now, or are you? I thought you and GD were doing your adventure.
I don't know if this is happening at the same time as the throwing of GD. I don't know.
I believe
think
it is.
Yeah. This is.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I thought this was after.
Contemporaneous.
Sorry, maybe. I want to
worries.
throw a rock at the bird, but if I can't, then I won't.
Well, I've got an idea for this, but just bear with me on this one.
Okay.
As we're walking in towards like an area where we get a little bit of cover, as I say, so Cece, tell me about this compound that you have been considering for our plans later in the future. I believe that it would be of much importance while we enjoy that souffle. The door closes like, okay, we've got like about 15 seconds before that raven comes in much closer. It's holding some kind of thing in its talons. I think it might be one of those pendants that we were concerned about earlier, so we're being spied on. We're going to have to get see if we can't incapacitate the bird, but we're going to need to think quickly. As he says,
Sorry.
he says to Cece, do you know where Soba and oh my god, why am I
helping
Flicker.
learn how
Yeah.
to fly, I think.
Yeah.
okay.
I was.
Is there a way that we can get a message over to them to do maybe practice their flying near that raven?
Oh.
I was honestly gonna suggest to throw Flicker at the Raven next.
Yep, that's what I
That's
picked up.
amazing.
She's
Yeah.
just going to write in her, basically in her journal, like her little notebook where she usually keeps for scribbling and making sure she gets her math right. Just writes down a message really quick. Throw flicker at bird, right? Is that this one? And she just gets a double check with Rodalek. So we just get and assuming that the bird is already there again, I guess then it would be good to have Flicker double check my math on the compound. Would you not think so?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Cece comes on over to Soba, and I guess she gives her that message or whatever. And around the corner of it, around the corner of the building that Flicker went through, he's just stammering left and right. Right. He's clearly not really not ready for it, but he's probably gonna go for another round. He comes up to Soba. It's like, okay, Soba, let's do this one more time, then, shall we? And that this time, and after he says that, you hear a little creak as he puts down his protective eyewear.
The moment the eyewear goes down, it's no longer a javelin throw. It is grab by the waist, lift over head, turn, yeet, Like, just full fucking strength. Like, someone's just enjoying just being able to throw things.
Like, the funny thing is, Flicker isn't aware of you guys, like, making this, like, arrangement or whatever. He's just, like, he's too concussed.
I'm gonna be honest, I know Soba's not aware of the bird. I want Soba to hit the bird with Flicker.
Oh, that's the plan.
Roll a ranged attack roll, actually.
Okay. Alright, so if I have expertise with these. So how does this work?
You know,
So that hang on a minute. Jade, how do I
Hi.
figure out my bonuses? Do you know? Because I'm having a brain fart.
It's expertise.
Yeah.
Then I believe it is 9 plus the relevant stat.
And the relevant stat is my strength, I think. So
I
that's plus
would hope so.
4.
Yeah, for thrown. Yeah.
So that is 6 plus 13.
Okay.
So that's a 19. Does a 19 hit the bird?
A 19 will put Flicker in melee range of the bird for just one moment. The
But I don't
question
hit
is, does Flicker have the soundness of mind to pay attention to what's going on?
do we?
Okay.
I mean,
Here's
you
the
guys.
thing. Here's the thing.
I think it's. Go ahead.
Go
I
ahead.
believe the solution to this is less about how cognizant Flicker is of what needs.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
what's the reason?
missed
The
Gone.
solution was right there, but the raven got him.
Oh no.
Anyway, while we wait for him, honestly, Flicker is the best choice for to be the thrown weapon here because he is essentially javelin shaped. He is a lanky boy. He's thin, and he's got a pointy schnoz to complete.
I would think, in my opinion, it's not about whether Flicker is cognizant of what's going on. It's about how will
Discord
Flicker react to
crashed.
being that close to a raven after what we just went through.
True.
I'm not
But
sure.
Magus is back, so Magus,
Yeah.
what were you saying?
Well.
Yeah.
I
What
was
were you
actually
gonna
saying it's not a matter of how cognizant that Flicker is of the situation. It's how accurate that Soba's arm is. We just need to knock the bird out of the sky and hope that Flicker will recover in a timely manner.
Okay.
Can
so
I
here's
just
the
say-
thing.
Sorry, can I just say that that was an incredibly funny DC? What's really important is you're gone.
Oh, hang on.
cracked
What
up.
was the
I thought that was a-
because I have 1 hero point.
I thought
And I
that was
am
a
willing
bit
to
until
burn it.
I checked and saw you were offline. Yes, you can hero point if you want.
All right, I'm gonna hit that fucking bird. Fuck off!
Oh,
Oh no! I'll be-
Insert like quick screech of terror.
You want to use my hero point?
Yes, I would. I want to hit this fucking bird. That was a 6 and a 4.
All right, that's my only hero point. I'm down to 0.
Don't
mean,
worry.
I mean, if we want to play it off in a way that Flicker
Let's
has
go!
Oh yeah.
I think that's like upwards of 30 now. Like, holy shit. So that's like, well, like, wait, hang
Big
on. Wait,
difference.
so it's,
Big difference.
hang on. What did we say? It was 9 plus my strength, so that's 13. That's 40.
Oh wow.
That's a 40.
Okay.
That bird is getting full
30's
dragon.
pretty low. I don't know if that'll hit.
That bird is getting full dragon.
this is like a Flicker's in mid-flight. I think this is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like
You-
he's screaming, and the bird gets directly in the mouth.
Yes, exactly this.
Oh my God! Have y'all seen the thing, Fabio, got hit in the face with a bird on a roller coaster?
Wait,
Yes.
what?
No, I have not.
Hold on a second. I'll find it. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
been
God.
Yes, you now have a bird in your face, and instinct. Just even, I'm not even gonna make you roll because of Soba's, but you instinctively grab at it and come down with it.
Yeah, it's like I'm just kind of imagining it's like Meet the Spy, where it's like oh hey, it's okay.
Right then.
There's
I have a bird. I have a bird. Oh, I have
I've
a
never
bird now.
searched for this before, and okay,
Oh.
the first link that came up was a video, and I was like, oh my god, is there video of it? And I'm
No.
watching right now to find out.
Oh my God.
I thought it was just the aftermath.
It's
Yeah.
Looks absolutely
Anyways.
fucked up.
It's a good thing that Flicker had the visor down for protection. In any case, like after it comes down and he like grabs the bird, he's like holding it in his hands while he like glides down. Okay, just avoid the structures this time. And I think in the spirit of learning from mistakes, I am going to... I'm not sure if this is this feels like an acrobatics roll.
Acrobatics, absolutely.
To land without not eating dirt. Okay, 11 plus 2, so 13.
Yeah, you still eat dirt, but you still eat dirt while holding on to the bird. This is one throw beyond what you had planned on doing today, and you're a little bit more than rattled right at this moment.
Well, to be fair, like he wanted to do that one more throw. However, like I said, the whole idea is that he wasn't really aware. So when he like lands, he lands like he turns around on his back, like, let's see, I found a friend. He's like holding the bird just going. I don't think it recorded that sound because Discord is very picky on the sound it picks up.
Rip that.
I did a caw. I did a caw.
Caw.
Bird.
Beard.
Good, you catch bird. This is good.
More like caught a ride on me, but we flew together. It was very nice up until the landing.
Should we show
It would
friends?
be-
And Silva
Sorry.
pulls out like a small sack to put the bird in.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be quite right to say that it has an amulet wrapped around its leg. Rather, it seems as though the amulet's cord is wrapped in a way that is made to be fitted to a bird's leg.
Oh. Evil bird. Put the bird in bag.
The bird do be squawking, but the bird also do be...
Bird go
Shaken.
in bag.
yeah.
Goodbye, bird.
I think I'm gonna go visit Awa again.
Soba will show to friends.
Hi.
I think Cece would try to check out the amulet at least for what time we have.
I'm just gonna
To see
say
if
that.
this is some sort of like magical anchor sort of thing, like something that people would use to see through the eyes of familiar kind of idea.
Roll me Arcana.
Normally I try to assist, but I think Flicker is completely
You've
out of
got
the-
enough.
That
out
is
of
a
any
14.
sort of I don't think he can do any mental faculty related thing.
The magic... The funny thing about Arcana and magic is that sometimes different things touch different senses, just because of the way that, people perceive things. Sometimes you feel things in the sixth magic sense, and other times you can, you see it in other ways. Looking at this amulet and getting too close to it tastes wrong, and in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable. You are not able to get any real information out of it.
All right. I am going to. You're holding it now, right? Or you
It's
just
in
as
the
a
bag.
It's
It's in a
All right.
bag.
I'd like to examine it and use my academia lore, my lore check, now that I can get a good close-up look at it and examine it proper.
Mm-hmm.
Could we ask the Grippli for a bird cage so we don't aren't basically just risking because anytime it's being inspected, it's basically out of the bag and whoever's inspecting it just has to have the upper body strength to hold on to it.
The Grippli have scattered away from you for reasons that should be extremely apparent.
Oh yeah.
Soba's gonna look for a bird cage that's left. I mean, if these guys don't believe in personal ownership, then if she borrows a bird cage, no one's gonna care, right?
Oh, the Grippli do. The kobolds don't. The Grippli do.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, hang on. Did I say kobolds? I meant Grippli.
No, yeah, no. The Grippli do have a concept of ownership. Yeah.
Oh, well, they do communism though.
No,
You know-
I. Not quite.
Well, and personal property is not the same thing as private property.
True.
Fucking okay, yeah, fair point. Soba's just gonna borrow a bird. You know what? Fuck it. All of these things are 3 feet tall. If anyone wants to fucking borrow a bird, if anyone wants to get on Soba's case for borrowing a bird cage or chicken cage or whatever the fuck, you know what? They can just meet her in the eyes.
I mean, we can also just pay for it.
I mean,
If
yeah,
we pay for it a little bit later, that's fine too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
there's not a
yeah, so
whole lot
Soba's-
that's available for that outside of you might be able to find a chicken coop cage, but that's
Yeah. I mean, that's really all it's gonna be. So long as it can be seen through, so we don't have to have people
And Soba
just
can
so,
carry
we
a
don't-
chicken coop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Soba's just gonna go to a place where they sell chickens, and she's just going to borrow a cage real quick, and just shove this
Mhm.
bird in, so that Rodalat can look at it.
okay.
Yeah.
When you pull
Should I
the
make
bird
that-
out, huh?
Go ahead.
When you pull the bird out, you are able to notice that it had been starting to try to tear through the bag. So this was a very good idea.
Yeah.
That is a very pernicious bird.
Mhm.
Soba's smart.
Oh, I have cookware. Maybe we can put it in the pot.
So,
Not
Go
eating.
ahead
It's fine.
Not eating.
So Rodolak, you were saying about
Can I make that roll then?
absolutely.
Here we go. It said 16 for a second.
Wow,
Oh.
it's not even
I-
that your dice has been low. It's just that your dice has been cruel.
I know
The
that
t-
feeling. Seeing
The
it
floating
just-
20 before and now that.
Ugh.
Goodness.
All right. Well, because this is pertinent to the investigation
Mm-hmm.
that I still have active, I gain a +1 to this. So that makes it a 4.
Oh boy.
So I've got a 14.
That is not enough to gain any
Wait.
true.
Sorry. No, 4 plus 11. That is a 15.
Oh boy, no. I will accept
Incredible.
a. Hold on. Roll me a society check if you'd be so kind.
Here we go. Pull out your bingo cards. Am I going to get shafted on this roll too? Let's find out. That is a 10. I rolled 21. Well, 22. Sorry, since this is involving the investigation.
Okay. The you cannot really gather much information about the amulet, but upon you trying to lean over and inspect it, it seems almost intentional that the bird keeps on moving its leg to try to hide it.
Clever girl.
I think I want to do an Arcana check to see the
Mhm.
nature of if this crow is possessed, shape-shifted, or just really well trained.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Similarly, I'm going to do an occultism check on the
Okay.
bird and the amulet.
Okay.
That's a 20.
All right, you do your
Not
occultism.
natural?
I'm gonna do my arcana because
No, not natural. 20 total.
Okay.
I do have occultism, but I feel like it's better that I do arcana in this particular angle.
Yeah. Good to approach it from several different angles at once.
Okay, I rolled a 20.
Okay.
There we go.
All 20s.
And
Wait,
wait,
no, sorry,
what-
21 because of the investigation bonus.
and that was for exactly how you were handling that again?
Arcana. I'm trying.
That was
to...
the Arcana check, right?
Yeah, I'm looking into its eyes to see like if it's possessed, if it's trained, or if it's like shape-shifted or something.
There is a deep intelligence in its eyes, though it does not appear to be something that it's not.
All right. The bird is in the cage. Yes.
Yes, and as far as occultist,
have we separated the amulet from the bird?
you have not as of yet. As far as the occultism roll, there is shadow magic at play here.
Okay. Yeah, I inform people of that.
All right, then let's get the amulet away from this from this raven.
Sure, you got any good ideas as to how?
Any of us got any thieving skills, perhaps?
Nope.
Bird only need one leg.
Actually, I I use Mage Hand and see if I can get it off of the bird with that.
Okay.
Do I need to roll a check or anything?
Yes. Hold on, let's take here. Roll me. It would just be. Do you have a magic attack roll?
Yeah.
Roll it.
$23.
All right. So you gain a lot of really valuable information from this. And
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you and let you come and help you understand it. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
All I'm going to do is tell you the mechanics.
Oh no.
That was a contested roll. You failed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I figured that.
But the fact that it was a contested roll, though, is how it gives your character the same information that it gives you.
So this is an intelligent creature.
I'm just concerned about that medallion helping it maintain some level of magical advantage while we have it. Or while we have them imprisoned. We might be able to talk to them.
So Silva repeats, bird only need one leg.
Sure, bird only need one leg, but we should only fire when fired upon until we have reason to do otherwise. This works better as a bargaining chip, intact.
Silva leans down to the cage and whispers to the bird, "You are lucky friends like you."
All right. Here's what I've got. I walk over towards the cage, and I do that thing where like I'm reaching into the cage, and I've got both hands on either side, and I'm starting to lean in close with the left hand to indicate that I might be trying to grab at the amulet with my left hand, and I'm going to pull a thievery trick to try and pull a fast one on this bird.
Okay. This is just straight up sleight of hand.
Straight up thievery.
Straight up slavery.
I'm gonna lean in with my left hand, and then I'm gonna snatch it with my. I'm gonna try and snatch it with my right.
I'm going to use my mage hand that's still in there with it to kind of push it down, slow it down a little bit.
So distract it from this.
Yeah.
Here we go. Am I gonna get it?
Oh!
That's funny.
Let's go.
Comes in when you need it. It comes in when you need it.
I know
Oh.
that's really way too much.
It returns at the turn of the tide.
Yeah,
Feel
it
in my fingers, I feel it in my toes. This motherfucker bird is messing with me. I got to go. You picked the wrong day.
nice, amazing.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you were able to distract it. Is the harder part is getting it unclipped so that you can actually remove it from the leg. But the fact that you were able to deftly do that is nothing less than an impressive feat. One that the bird is immediately irate at and starts squawking and pecking and trying to rake with its talons. But you're able to.
As I quickly snaps away, and I'm like, ha 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 ha! Look at who's got the upper hand now, and that's because I have thumbs.
I imagine the bird just like looks at you, glares at you, and it just brings one of its talons up and just puts the middle talon up at you.
No, you ever see?
I
what do you
get
call
down
it?
close to the
Adventure
bird.
Time. You ever see Adventure Time where they have that one crow put up his two wings and just like does
Yes.
hands with them?
Yes.
And he just what? Sorry, I haven't watched.
He just throws hands.
It's fantastic.
By the way, how
All
are my
right.
crow noise? How are my angry crow noises?
So you have a, yeah. The crow is battering at the sides of the cage for a few moments, and
So,
you have an amulet.
I like the idea that Flicker comes in from from Awa, with like a couple of small Aoi stickers or something. Awa stickers.
He's got like a Hello Kitty band-aid on his cheek.
Yeah. But
Oh my
it's
god!
like a frog.
Hello, Grippli.
Hello,
Hello,
Grippli.
Grippli.
Oh my goodness, I
and-
love this.
And
Yeah,
he
no,
just-
that's gotta be what it is.
And he just comes in like when the bird is like all irate, and seeing her in the cage. Oh, what's why is he so mad about?
As he as Rodolak is holding up the amulet, it's like, now I will give this back to you after we've discussed a few things. First,
Why is he-
can you understand me? Peck once for yes, peck twice for no.
It does that thing where its head is 90 degrees to you, so that it can look at you more clearly. And then it taps its foot against against the base of the cage once, without its head moving a millimeter.
Okay. Can you speak common? Same rule set.
Taps twice.
Okay. That's going to make this take a little bit longer.
Flicker just like leans it to CC. Is he losing his mind?
Oh yes,
Get-
I'm
like
the
say,
one that's
Flicker-
losing his mind.
Well, honestly, that makes it even funnier when you consider what's going with Flicker.
Yeah. Yeah. I lean over to Flicker. Didn't you just get thrown off of the tree?
Wait.
That was in service of learning.
I see. I see now. That makes sense.
As he holds up the amulet and says, "Did your master give this to you?"
It looks at you, it tilts its head as if it's confused by the question.
He is the master.
It's difficult to imagine a raven looking incensed, but somehow it manages.
Alright, I'm gonna need a little help asking the right questions in this instance because I've got the floor open to negotiate with this bird, but I need yes/no questions here. I'm not great at 20 questions.
Is the one that gave you the amulet A Kenku?
Yes. I'm just gonna say yes instead of describing the
Yeah,
taps
yeah.
each time.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, that narrows it down. Do we know any Kenku?
Do you
Personally?
do you know
No.
if they do you know, or it's like, is this amulet magical?
It definitely is.
It's absolutely magical.
But does the raven know?
It hesitantly taps a yes.
Does it let your friends see through you?
No.
Okay.
When we were in that fight yesterday, do you remember when Soba dropped out of the sky? I think I saw the amulet light up.
Okay. What happened after it lit up?
I think it's what happened before it lit up.
Do you know what this amulet is supposed to do?
Yes. And then it starts poking at the cage door, wanting out.
Ah,
You're not
no,
getting
no.
out.
I said I'd give this back to you when we feel it's the right time for it. But we're still talking.
Yes.
And you understand me
Yes.
enough, so...
Yes.
Well, hang on. If you do yes too many times, then it turns into a no. You can't just
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
pecking yes once.
It's tap, wait a moment, tap, wait a moment,
Yeah,
tap.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Silva pulls out a copy of like the map that we have. Like I assume we have like a rubbing.
To clarify, Bill, in between each tap, it's tap, set foot down, tap, set foot down as an indication of completion.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
yeah, Silva's
clarify.
gonna-
Could
Yeah,
you
so the-
point out...
Oh.
Hold on. Go ahead, Soba.
Say Soba's. I was gonna say Soba pulls out the map that we have, the rubbing of the cartography stone, and presses it up to the cage, and says, "Pick where you came from, and do not lie, or Soba will know."
Make sure I have a miniature for this.
Like I can roll an intimidation if you want. I'm sorry, I'm running out of energy a little.
Well, we're not
Sorry,
going to be
it's
going too
about
much
time we gotta
longer.
go, so.
My sleep, I don't know
Wait.
about you guys, but my sleep schedule is in shambles, so I'm...
Oh no, this is not sleep
Wait,
related.
where'd I put
This
it?
is not.
I just put the token out. Where'd it go?
Oh, where is it?
Dang it! I grabbed a token and I immediately misplaced it.
So a little bit in
Professional
the...
DMing.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, that's a lot smaller token than I expected it to be.
You make it bigger? There you go.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
Oh, what a coincidence. That was our next stop.
So there's,
Alright.
where did it get pointed
Oh.
at?
It's over here.
At the castle.
Okay, so yeah, that's
Well-
where we're heading next.
Well, at least now we know it's not abandoned.
Huh. We can bring Bird back there, and she's gonna turn to
No.
the one with the mage hand and go, pull its flight feathers.
Now, I've got one last question. As he leans down and stares at the at the raven right in the eyes. How much of a problem would it be for you if this amulet broke?
Oh no.
Oh, God.
I think...
No,
I
no,
think the question-
no, 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 no,
All right,
no,
then.
no,
Calm down.
no,
Calm
no,
down.
no.
I'm just okay.
I'm not clear on what that meant.
Maybe you should smash amulet anyway. Give it to Soba.
As he lifts up the cage a little bit and looks at him, he's like, "We're going to have a talk with your friends, and if things go well, we'll let you out and we'll give you the amulet back. But we're going to need your help to make sure that's a possibility. Do we understand each other?"
Yes.
"I think we have some ravens to meet." As he says to the other, is holding the amulet in one hand, making sure like not to touch it, but like hold it by the string.
Which is a perfect line to end the session on.
Yeah, I figured that was the case.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Alright.
I do want to comment on a handful of things.
Oh no. We fucked up.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I don't see
So-
how we could have.
As you have noticed, I just wanted to clarify, since you would actually be your characters would be more familiar with this than you would. Pretty much every culture in this region has a different economic system. To simply say, that the Grippli are like none of them really map onto human concepts of money either. The closest, of course, being Lanfell, which functions on the currency a standard currency system, but also is an outpost and thus has a quartermaster and if you need this then for your job, then it's provided to you sort of systems.
Mm-hmm.
Conversely, the kobolds have no concept of personal ownership. The kobolds do not own anything. It is simply part of the tribe. Until you were accepted as part of the tribe as being willing to help in Musteltas, you had no access to anything in there. And after you became a part of the tribe by Musteltas' blessing, you have access to everything in there. As long as it is not disrupting another person's actions. Kobolds have no concept of actually owning something. None whatsoever. There's just the idea that an individual could have an object is nonsense. The goblins, of course, had a slave labor system where they took people where they took specifically specialists. Your characters probably would have realized this through the time, but they took specialists, kidnapped them, and had them work, but also did care for them and keep them well fed and housed and stuff, but they had no free will, but they were not ill cared for. Which is why it was so difficult for you to convince some of them to leave, because that was the only life they knew at that point. They didn't know what freedom meant. And that might, that'll be something you have to deal with when you go back to Lanfell. Freedom, yeah. Quite literally, yeah. They don't know any different, but that's, how the culture is there. But now that you've spent some time with the Grippli, I would like to call out that the thing about the Grippli is that they have a system that that is very much honor-based, where everybody works a couple of hours a day and everybody just is provided with whatever they want, because there's enough labor and enough resource to provide everybody with everything. If you want something that is beyond your means, then you have to put in a couple of hours labor for the person that you're taking it from.
It's sort of like a communal barter system.
Yeah, it's sort of like a work token system, and it is. This is extremely abusable. Soba walked in and took 10 meals from different people, from different stalls, without providing anything in return, because, well, you can take a meal from us, and then the next one, of course you can have a meal. Everybody gets a meal. And then the next one, and so on. The Grippli system is extremely exploitable by bad actors, but works extremely well if inside of the Grippli culture, and you can imagine how that would both complement things like the kobolds and conflict with systems like Lanfell.
In Soba's defense, she is like 4 times the size of them.
It's true, but it's also still a relevant point for the culture.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, that helps to define what the Grippli.
I imagine if Soba lived there, she probably would be like actually like doing shit, like lifting shit and doing medicine and such.
Here,
And it sounds like you learned.
This is essentially the system.
Yeah.
I posted it.
Jade,
This
I
is-
don't mean to be a party pooper, but
Yeah.
you have to bounce. I don't feel great.
Yes, you and
As do
Mhm.
I.
quite all
Take it
right.
easy.
This is a good, fantastic stopping point. I just wanted to say that because I think it's interesting because so many systems. Well, I mean, every D&D world just assumes that you have a currency system like ours, whereas in a new culture, of course you wouldn't, right? So I went out of my way to make sure that each culture has different systems and that those systems are reflected in the values of the culture. So
Yeah,
Just-
I respect that. It's also just the fact that like usually it's regular fantasy, which is based off of real world and what
Yeah,
we know.
exactly.
And quite frankly, straight up full on society's barter system does not work. Most likely because of, well, as the Grippli showcase, but Grippli are built different.
it works if everybody, and I mean everybody, is on board. And internally for the Grippli, they are. Externally for the Grippli,
Yeah.
but yeah. The other day, at the end of the other session, I think it was I think it was Magus made the comment of, "We don't have any money," and that was when I was like, ha ha ha, like you sort of I was getting the realization of that is exactly what I was hoping that someone was going to think, like, oh, we can't do anything because we don't have any money, and then you learn more about the world and you see, oh, that means something different in different areas.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that it's, I mean, I didn't think about it because A, we haven't even finished our first job. B, we haven't gone to any places that could have money. C, we didn't really kill that displacer beast, so we couldn't got it open to see if it had gold in it.
That's the thing. Just
Literally
basically,
none of our actions
you
has
eat
led
a lot
to
of
any
gold.
kind of literally none of our actions has led to any kind of way that you can just give us gold unless we literally like look up under a rock and you say, oh, there's some gold here.
And yet I would say you've accomplished a lot, frankly.
That's because we are not none of us are playing a inherently greedy character.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
true,
off
but
for
also,
the time being. I hope you guys had fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, this was a delight.
Yeah, take it easy.
Cheers.
See ya, man.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if things are coming up.
Oh.
Minor heads up. I'm going to be out of town on the 3rd.
Okay. We'll push back in a week then.
I'm actually going to be doing research for Lackadaisy in St. Louis.
Nice.
Oh.
All right.
Real
See you
quick,
guys later.
one last thing. GD is going to have access to crafting tables if you want runes on your gear. Anything level appropriate is acceptable as long as it's not abused. But I mean, who would abuse the trust of the Grippli? That would just be rude.
I can't. No one
Here
can tell.
for everyone to just pick and
All right,
choose.
cheers.
I
Night,
posted
Maggie.
a link to all the runes. Yeah, I posted a link to all the runes. I'm
Like, yeah,
very happy. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, the campaign is not supposed to be like a big economic campaign. I don't want to push like into economy as a major theme, but at the same time, it does reflect how these societies work, and how different uncontacted societies work is a major theme of this campaign.
Yeah, I do like it. It's also just the fact that it's like they're within a reasonable distance. It's not like a huge kingdom where it's like, oh, you gotta cross the whole kingdom to get to the other one to see another example. Whereas in most adventures tend to be like kind of within the same kingdom, or there's not so you don't really get a chance to showcase it outside of like different tribal systems, which are a little bit harder to emphasize potentially.
Yeah. I wanted to make the distances larger because I didn't want it to be like, oh, we can just hop back to Lonfell for the day. I wanted it to be a commitment when you go out adventuring, but I didn't want it to be so. But I didn't want it to be so much that you felt disconnected from the individual cultures, like you're saying.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 days travel between points is just enough to make you go. And how we can't get back there in time.
Yeah, it's enough to make it relevant.
Mm-hmm.
It would be onerous to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys had a good time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the session was a blast, and I enjoyed that like flying lesson bit a lot.
That was great. Honestly, I am overjoyed at how well that dovetailed into the main plot.
Mm-hmm.
That I could not have asked for that to go better, to connect better.
Like that, I look at all these things like from a cartoon writer perspective. So every one of my actions is dictated. It's like, okay, what would they like have the characters say at this point? Would he interrupt? Would he stay back and allow the other characters to talk? And it's like, yeah, the moment like you said, the crow was there and Magus went behind doors and it's like, okay, we got to get rid of this bird. I was like, they would throw flicker at him. Like I immediately had that thought of, well, even the way I described everything that he did, you could potentially like make a nice, decent storyboard sequence out of, which quite frankly I would really love to, but I shouldn't overdo it. Like I did it a lot for my first campaign because it was my first campaign, so I wanted it to be very special. But I tried to limit it for anything else.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do.
We've got a lot of aerial shenanigans going on in this campaign.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Oh,
honestly,
and just
sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think it's just the fact that like almost every session so far, I can imagine it as like maybe not a whole episode, but like part of an episode. So it's like 2 sessions are like 1 episode in terms of like story progression and whatnot. So I think that's why I'm enjoying it, because not only did I make a character based on a cartoon character I like, it's also the fact that it's like everything, and including the support other characters are like feeding into the feeling of it being like adventurous cartoon.
Yeah. You ever watch Pirates of Dark Water?
You know what? I put it on my list because we have mentioned it, I think, a total of 4 times since I've started playing this.
Yeah, it's a big Jade thing.
It's not like a direct inspiration for anything at all, but the storytelling style is a bit.
I think the only problem with older cartoons is because it's like they had to end each episode or each storyline,
and they didn't.
Well, yes, but also like I'm talking about like the cartoons that have that are usually, when I say storyline, I mean they don't have it. So I mean the storyline within the episode, so it never goes beyond a episode.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly, when you look back on it, making a whole story work and it's just 22 minutes. It's kind of impressive when you consider the fact that some movies can't make it within 2 hours.
Right?
Yeah.
Even if it is a simple story, it doesn't matter. I've seen lots of movies with simple story, but they still can't do it within 2 hours. Yeah.
That's why Avatar: The Last Airbender is so strong.
I need to watch that.
Yeah.
Because they
really
tell a
should.
20-minute story in every episode, but then every 20-minute
There's an overarching
story
plot.
also tells part of the overarching plot of the season, which is itself an overarching part of the full story.
It's amazing how it's a lot more common, and kind of thank God that it's a lot more common that things seem a little bit more consistent nowadays. But at the same time, I really did like. But at the same time, we get a lot of 2D shows, but we don't get a lot of like, I feel, as original ideas or stuff that's based on stuff that's kind of stupid, like RoboCop, the animated show. So dumb. I still can't believe that they have it, but they have it. It's a show that exists. There's also one on Rambo,
Oops.
and one with
It's
Mr.
truly
T.
insane. It's truly incredible that those things were marketed to children.
Yes. like, like I said, I kind of appreciate the fact that that just about anything could become like animated show. Like they were just throwing
Yeah.
stuff at the wall constantly. Now, while I do kind of appreciate that there's a lot more original stuff, I wish studios were as willing to just throw money at an animated show of like almost whatever as they used to be back then. Now, granted, not every show made it even back then, but
Yeah.
I really feel like a lot of more random stuff, like Bucky O'Hare. It's like I feel like there's not as big of a chance that would be made today, but back then, like as far as I learned, it was apparently based on a comic.
Yeah, I believe so.
And it's one of my favorite shows that I learned that it looked like it was building up to an end, like actually a story. And then I remember it just like never finishing, and it bothers me because I think there's actually a script online for it.
I am looking forward to you guys going to the ancient structure next episode.
Yeah.
And not blowing it up. By the way, I knew that.
I'm not making any promises. Not making any promises on that.
I knew that Magus would react the way he did, which is kind of why I leaned into that and no blood rain. No one got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how did you guys like Pizzazz, by the way?
Fantastic.
Fun.
Right,
Like, sorry,
my-
I realized way too late that it's like, oh god, you guys do know who that man is, but I know you know who Kermit is, and which is the actual inspiration.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm gonna close out my stream here. You are all a delight, and this was fantastic. I'm very happy with this group at all times. Everything this group does is a delight.
Thank you for having
I
us.
think this might be one of my favorite sessions, honestly. Just for the mixture of the Grippli acting and the flight set bit.
The Grippli are great.
I love the Grippli.
Like, they're flawed, but their flaw is that they're too kind and trusting.
I uncritically love the Grippli. They're perfect babies.
They really are. Good night, friends.
Good night.
Good night,
Cheers.
everybody. Thank you for joining.
Bye.